My twin sister was treated with preferential treatment because she was weak, but that didn't stop her from resenting me. She monopolized our parents, betrayed me by taking my mate, and even led me to developing an incurable condition called moon sickness. Even worse, I was made to take the blame for her, but I find myself pregnant by stranger. Arya, you only have a few weeks left to live. The pack doctor's words hit me like a thunderclap. This couldn't be real. You must be mistaken, I whispered. I have healing abilities. This shouldn't happen. Silas, the pack doctor who had practically raised me, gave me a pained look. It's possible your twin sister, Lyra, passed it on to you when you gave her your blood to save her life. The bond between you might have transferred it. The rest of his explanation faded into background noise. Lunar sickness was incurable, slowly draining the life out of someone until it extinguished entirely. No one had ever survived it. I left the pack hospital in a daze, Silas calling after me. Before I even realized where I was going, my legs carried me to my parents' house. They were relaxed, as usual, despite the fact I had been unconscious for hours. Their indifference hurt, but I had grown used to it. I have lunar sickness, I said abruptly, trembling as I stood in their doorway. For a moment, they seemed shocked. Then my mother dismissed it with a wave of her hand. That's not possible. You'll recover. You always do. Lyra gave it to me. I cried. Don't you remember? When I gave her my blood to save her life, you didn't let me go to the hospital. She wanted to bite me instead of getting a transfusion, and you made me do it. My mother's voice remained cold as she replied, Arya, you'll be fine, just give it time. Silas said I have only a few weeks. My voice broke. What if I don't survive? My father slammed his hand on the table, his expression hard. Stop being dramatic. Do you regret saving your sister now? Would you rather she had died? Their words crushed me. How could they twist this into my fault? They had spent years favoring Lyra, treating her like the delicate, cherished child, while I carried the weight of their expectations. I had healing powers, so they always claimed I didn't need their care. But now, I was dying, and they still didn't seem to care. Unable to take it any longer, I stormed out of the house, running under the moonless sky. Coughing violently, I spat blood onto the forest floor. The lunar sickness was progressing. Terrified, I instinctively found myself heading toward Ethane's house, my mate, the one person who should have been my solace. But as I approached, muffled noises came from inside. Dread churned in my stomach as I pushed open the door to his room. There they were, my twin sister and my mate, together. Lyra smirked, pulling the sheets around her casually, while Ethane scrambled to explain. Arya, it's not what it looks like. How long? I cut him off, my voice eerily calm. It doesn't mean anything, he stammered. Lyra interrupted with a shrug. What did you expect? You were so focused on being the perfect alpha that you ignored your mate. I wanted to scream, to lash out, but instead, I whispered, get out. Ethane hesitated, but Lyra rolled her eyes and sauntered out. When they left, I collapsed onto the floor, sobbing until I was empty. Everything I had worked for, everything I had endured, it was all for nothing. My parents didn't care, my mate betrayed me, and now, I was dying. What was the point? The next week, I drove aimlessly, staying in motels and trying to numb the pain with drink. One night, at a bar, I saw him, a stranger who somehow drew me in. Ethane eventually found me, of course, begging me to return. I love you, he claimed hollowly. I'll change. You're not even sorry, I spat back.